Good morning, everybody. This is Travis P11 and welcome back to the channel. And today we are taking this very cool vintage Colt Trooper Mark III with an 8-inch barrel to the range. Now, this is the second range test we will be performing with this particular revolver. We did take it earlier with some 132 grain 38 special jacketed saw points, if I'm not mistaken. And my accuracy varied anywhere between 1.25 and 2.5 inches. What was interesting about this is when we did the chronograph testing on it with the 38 special, it was about 800 feet per second velocity, and the box was rated at 900. And I was surprised with an 8-inch barrel. I was expecting a little bit better performance out of that ammo. Well, today we're going to take it back, and this time we're going to be using some PMC Bronze chambered in 357 Magnum. Now, this is 158 grain, rated at 1,471 feet per second. And we'll just check and see how well this ammo performs in this particular revolver. We'll be shooting at about 7 yards. We'll be doing some single action and some double action shooting. One of the little changes we'll make on today's range test is that we will be doing the double action shooting on the top targets and the single action on the bottom, and that's simply because with the heavy but smooth double action trigger pull on this revolver, I do have a tendency to dip the barrel at the very last second before the gun fires, and I'm not doing any staging of the trigger. I'm just doing a full pull all the way through. Now, this firearm has been safety checked prior to starting to film. And I want to give a little shout out to Stan, who's been a longtime supporter of the channel. This revolver is on loan to me from Stan, and we'll be getting this back to Stan pretty soon. We do have some other Colt Trooper videos on the channel you can check out, and I'll put links to those at the very end. I believe we had a 6-inch model that we tested a couple years ago. One thing I love about this, the single action pull, probably one of the smoothest, most comfortable pulls I've ever experienced on a revolver. It's just absolutely unreal. These run around, I want to say maybe $1,300, $1,400 if you can get them used, if you can find one on Gunbroker. And I'm really looking forward to taking it out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be shooting the PMC Bronze 357 Magnum 150 grain jacketed saw point at 7 yards. We'll start off by doing 3 shots of single action, then we'll do 3 shots of double action, and then we'll move over to our targets and just take a few more shots. Again, this revolver is an absolute joy to shoot. I don't say that too often about a lot of the guns we test on the channel. They're a lot of fun testing all these firearms, but sometimes there's just some that are really special. Colt revolvers, vintage Colt revolvers do just that. Can't really speak about the new stuff, but can't go wrong here. All right, here we go. So we'll start off single action. Basically, I'm going to just be covering up the bullseye with the front sight, and we'll see how we do. Now, this is probably going to have a little more kick than that 38 special that we shot last time. All right, low and to the right. Wow, we're really off this time. There we go. Bullseye. That happens every time I come out here. You definitely feel it, but this large of a revolver definitely mitigates the recoil. Okay, a little high and to the left. We'll do one more. All right, that's a decent group. All right, let's just go ahead and just do pulls all the way through without staging the trigger. Double action trigger pull. All right, here we go. All right, not sure where they went. All right, let's go ahead and put up a new target, and we'll continue from there. All right, we'll go ahead and do single action pulls on the single target, the center target, and then the bottom left and the bottom right target. Again, the grips on this are great. Now, it does have the Colt Mustang on it, the emblems. I'm assuming these are Colt original grips. I'm not sure if they're made by Hogue. Don't know if it came originally with wood grips. I think the Trooper that we tested earlier on the channel a couple years ago had wood grips on it. I'll have to go back and watch the video. But again, very, very comfortable, great balance, not super heavy. I mean, you can feel the weight on the front of the barrel, but the way that it mitigates the recoil, just a light thump goes through your wrist when you're shooting it. This would be a nice step up from somebody. Say you're coming from a 9 or a 40, you want to start to go maybe a little bit larger caliber. This is great, and then you can work your way up to 44 mag. But excellent, excellent revolver. All right, here we go. Okay, a little low to the left. Whew, love it, absolutely love it. Basically, just above that blade side is where I'm aiming with the bullseye, and it, man, it goes right where you want it to. All right, bottom left corner, single action again. Oh, that trigger is just magic, I'm telling you. Can't say enough about it. All right, let's go bottom right. Still think I need one of these in my collection. All right, for the top left and top right, we're gonna do full double action trigger pulls. This gets ugly with me. This is probably the one thing I need to work on the most as a shooter. You know, the double action pulls on a revolver, especially with the trigger this nice. Boy, I hate to be shooting anything with a harder pull than this. So, all right, here we go. Again, I'm not changing the trigger, just gonna go ahead and pull all the way through. See, I dipped it right there. Dang it. All right. Yeah, I mean, we're low, man, probably about 3 or 4 inches. So you guys can give me some suggestions for how to have a good double action trigger pull. I mean, aside from dry fire, right? I mean, obviously that's one thing you can do. Please let me know. I mean, I really do want to be better, much more proficient at my shooting. But again, just an absolutely wonderful pistol. And it shows you that the gun, as usual, is much more accurate than the shooter. All right, so we're gonna do 3 more rounds, top right, double action pull. Then we'll come back and take a look at our shots and go ahead and do some chronograph testing, and we'll go from there. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do 6. Who cares? Absolutely beautiful morning out here today. It's about 25 degrees cooler than it was. Like I said, the first time I filmed, I could just shoot out here all day. This revolver is awesome. All right, so top right target. We're just gonna do 6 rounds and just see if we notice a pattern in my double action pull, and we can go from there. So we're getting better. We're getting better. Again, maybe it just comes down to some good solid range time. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that group. We'll measure it up and see what our averages were, and then we'll do some chronograph testing, and we will call it a day. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do some chronograph testing. Now, again, the box is rated at 1,471 feet per second. I just did a test shot just for the heck of it to make sure that the chronograph was okay, and we chronoed at 1,176. So I don't know what length of test barrel PMC is using. They must be using like a 20-inch barrel or something. But we definitely are not seeing the velocities from PMC Bronze in real life than we are here. I mean, you could have, you know, 100 or 200 feet per second, you know, difference, and that's something that, you know, can take place. But anyway, all right, here we go. We'll just do these double action. Okay, 1145, 1292, 1155, 1165, 1246, and 1231. All right, so we're starting to see. All right, I went through and measured the groups just to show you what we came up with. Let's see, so that first group that we did with the single action trigger pull, 1.75 inches, and again, this was the 158 grain jacket assault point 357 mag PMC Bronze. All right, moving over to the other target here, we had 1.75 inches, again on the, I guess you could say second group of single action pulls. Then we moved down here to the bottom left, 1.85 inches, 1.25 inches, and then we go to the double action pulls. Okay, so I was aiming here. This is where the shots landed, 3 inches for this group. 1 shot was off paper. Top right corner, we have 4.5 inches, but then we also did pull off 2 inches. So overall, you know, with more practice, I think this revolver will definitely perform exactly as you want it to. Again, absolutely amazing. So Stan, thanks again for loaning me this Colt Trooper Mark III. We finally had a chance to test it with 357 Magnum. We're gonna get this all cleaned up and get it back to you. So if you could only have one 357 Magnum revolver, this would be it. And the fact that you can shoot the 38 special through it if you want something a little bit lighter, you know, for extended range practice and stuff, that definitely makes it a bonus. This is my number one. This is my number one, and then the Ruger GP100 is number 2. Well, let me take that back. This is number 1, the 6-inch model is number 2, and then the Ruger GP100 is my number 3 on my top 3 favorite 357 Magnum revolvers. And we've tested a lot of revolvers on the channel. So anyway, this is Travis P11. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. You guys can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also follow me over on Gunstreamer and guntube.org. We're all over the place, UGEtube, etc. Don't forget, we have a little podcast that we do called Caliber Corner, which is on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. Make sure you check it out, 8 a.m. Central Time over here on YouTube. We've done over 250 episodes, and we're going to keep that podcast rolling. So I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. I want you to like and subscribe. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.